I think an airport is a very physical space. So you don't build a terminal in an agile fashion, right? It's waterfall. It's just as waterfall as you get. You design a building, you build some, get some steels built, you put some walls up, etc., etc. So we have a really interesting mix. I think but you can still bring to any of those waterfall projects. You can still bring an agile delivery approach and way of thinking about things and design approach to actually evolving as you go through those things, and really starting to think about how do we partner better with the wider ecosystem. We've been working extensively with Ryanair around thinking about how do we better integrate our systems to be able to provide information directly into passengers. And I'm sure you've been through it yourself. You've got one message coming to you from the airline via your app or their website. You've got a different message for what you're seeing on the flight information screens. And if you ask a member of staff, you might have a different message again around what gate and what time and is that aircraft on time. It's a big frustration for passengers. And actually, it's a big driver of stress for passengers as well. So the work that we've just done with Ryanair is essentially we have built a new event-driven architecture, largely engineered in AWS, using Kafka for real-time streaming of information and data. And we've worked with Ryanair to work out what is the information that I have around standing gate allocation, around check-in desk allocation, around carousel information that I can directly push to Ryanair, and they are consuming that directly and pushing it directly into their customer app. That same data that we're feeding down to the Ryanair passengers is the same feed that we're pushing to our flight information screens, and the same feeds that we're pushing to our own workforce that they have carry around in their pocket to be able to get the information as well. So we're getting a real consistency now of information flow. Now, those three measures around standing gate allocation, check-in desk allocation, and baggage reclaim, that's the MVP. The next step is for Ryanair to be able to tell me, well, how many passengers were they actually expecting to be on that flight? And I can tell them how many of those passengers have gone through security. So you're starting to really build up insight around, or how do we manage the end-to-end, those two journeys that I talked about earlier around passenger flow and aircraft flow.